Liverpool's attack meets Arsenal's defence. How will this determine the Premier League title race? Two teams who have had very, very good starts to the Premier League and Champions League campaigns. Liverpool are the only team in England in the Premier League and Champions League to win 5 out of 5. And Arsenal have not conceded a goal in open play in 5 matches in all competitions, which is an unbelievable stat. In this video, we're going to break down Arsenal's defence versus Liverpool attack and how will this determine the Premier League title race, as well as who will go further in the Champions League. Make sure you go down, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Lots of football coming your way tonight. We have got Newcastle versus Barcelona, and Kevin De Bruyne with Napoli is back at the Etihad against Manchester City. So make sure you go down, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you watch the video the entire way through. It may be a little longer than usual as there is quite a lot of topics to discuss. But the road to 100k is well and truly on. We're just over 500 away now from 79k. So please go down and hit that subscribe button. Now, this is the Premier League title race as it stands. Liverpool have won 4 out of 4. Arsenal have won 3 out of 4. Both scored 9. Arsenal's goal difference is better, but Liverpool have more points. Now, Jamie Carragher said something at the end of the Liverpool-Burnley game that if Liverpool keep playing like this, they won't win games every single week. Now, every single one of Liverpool's games this season has been decided by a late goal. Every single one, which is insane considering they've only played 5 games this season. They scored a very, very late goal against Atletico Madrid last night in the Champions League from Virgil van Dijk. Mohamed Salah got a penalty against Burnley. There was a worldie of a free kick against Arsenal, which was on the 83rd minute. N'Jumoa scored in the 100th minute against Newcastle, and there was 2 late goals in the 88th from Federico Chiesa and the 94th minute from Mohamed Salah against Bournemouth. Arsenal's start to the season has been very, very different. They got a set-piece winner against Manchester United, which they were getting absolute pelters left, right, and centre. They then battered Leeds United 5-0. They lost to Liverpool from that set-piece from Dominic Szoboszlai, battered Nottingham Forest 3-0, and they won defensively, convincingly 2-0 against Athletic Bilbao. Now, this Premier League title race for me is literally Liverpool's attack versus Arsenal's defence. I want to talk about Liverpool first. Their attack right now has scored, I think it's 12 goals in 5 games, which is an unbelievable start to the season. They have got some tough games coming up throughout October and November. But right now, the question out there to everyone, whether you're a Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, United, Newcastle, whoever you support, is this sustainable right now for Liverpool to win the Premier League on these last-minute results? Now, it almost reminds me of Alex Ferguson's Fergie time. We may have to start calling that Arnie time now. I'm looking at their next 10 games in all competitions. So they play Everton in a Merseyside derby on Sunday, Southampton in the EFL Cup, Crystal Palace away, Galatasaray away in the Champions League, Chelsea away in the Premier League, Manchester United at home in the Premier League, Frankfurt away in the Europa League, Brentford away in the Premier League, and then they play Aston Villa and Real Madrid. That is not an easy run by any stretch of the imagination. I would just go as far to say that as it stands in the opening 5 games, it has been pretty even in terms of fixtures. A lot of people may say Arsenal have had the harder games because they've had to play Liverpool away, they've had to play Manchester United away, they've had to play Forest, and they've had to play, of course, promoted side Leeds. And at this weekend, they also have to play City. So if you're looking at opening 6 games, you probably would edge it for Arsenal. Now, Arsenal have managed to get very, very good start to the season with Bukayo Saka's injury. Saliba's missed a couple of games. Odegaard's missed a couple of games. And Kai Havertz. Now, Liverpool's attack looks the best attack in European football right now. And this isn't without, look at their fixtures after that, up Man City and Forest. These next 12 games, we will find out what Liverpool are really made of. In my opinion, their defense is a little fragile. Now, the reason I'm going to title this video Liverpool's attack versus Arsenal's defense is that is what's either going to win Arsenal the title or that's what's going to win Liverpool the title. The fact that Arsenal haven't conceded an open play goal yet in 5 games is absolutely extraordinary. After 6 games this season, they would have played Newcastle, Man City, Liverpool, Forest, and of course, Manchester United. That is a very, very tough start, plus a tougher trip to Athletic Club or Bilbao. Now, this for me is where we're going to find out what Liverpool are made of. That defense is a little bit shaky for me. 2 goals conceded against Atletico Madrid, 2 goals conceded against Bournemouth, 2 goals conceded against Newcastle United. Is it strong enough listen, Virgil van Dijk for me is the best centre-back in, the world. A lot of people will argue Gabriel has been very, very good this season, and probably this season they've probably been about even. Right. Is Liverpool's defence strong enough? Is it strong enough with just Van Dijk and Gomez? No real significant depth in their back line to go throughout the entire season without getting an injury. I think they will pick up an injury. Konate has only really played 1 full season with 25 plus games. I think if you actually look at Konate's stats, Konate's stats in a Liverpool shirt. So in the Premier League last season, he played 31 games. That is the most amount of games he has played in a Liverpool shirt in a Premier League season in his Liverpool career. And that's in 4 seasons. Before that, he played 22, 18, and 11. He will get an injury. There is absolutely no way Konate can play every single Premier League, Champions League, League Cup, and FA Cup game. You look at their depth, they've got Joe Gomez, who I don't think this is anything like the 2020 Joe Gomez when they won the Premier League with Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk. Then you look at who else they've got. They've of course got Giovanni Leone, who is another He's another youngster, but again, hasn't really played Premier League football yet. So Liverpool, when it gets to January, they need to bring in another centre-back. Whether that's going to be maybe, holding out and pushing Robertson to a left-sided centre-back, but then they don't have strong enough cover at left-back because they only really have Kirkes. Then you look at their front line. I think their front line could cope with an injury because they've got so many different options in Alexander Isak, Salah, Wirtz, Gakpo, Federico Chiesa, N'Jummoa. They've got options for days. Ekitike. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Right? You look at Arsenal's perspective. They've already had a mini injury crisis. But what essentially has helped Arsenal this Premier League campaign was how good their summer transfer window was. The back line that played in terms of adding depth, the back line that played against Athletic Club Bilbao at the weekend was missing arguably their best centre-back, William Saliba. I do actually think their best centre-back's Gabriel. Mosquera's come in and fit like a glove. Timber's been the best right-back so far this season. Calafiori, and of course, Gabriel. You look at their defensive options on the bench. If they were to get an injury, Miles Lewis-Skelly could come in. William Saliba could also come in. There's 2 options. Ben White wasn't on the bench. Piero Nkapie as well. Then people say, but what happens, Henry, if Arsenal get an injury to their attack? Well, as it stands right now, they're playing without Bukayo Saka and Kai Havertz. What happens if they get an injury to their midfield, where they're already playing without their captain, Martin Odegaard, and picking up results? Arsenal's defence right now, for me, is the best in the Premier League, and some people may even say the best in Europe. What we are witnessing is absolutely extraordinary. To not concede an open play goal as it stands in 5 games. That is ridiculous. And the fact that Liverpool as well, they have scored in 38 Premier League games in a row. It really is attack versus defence. Liverpool's attack versus Arsenal's defence for me decides the Premier League title race. Then you look at Arsenal, probably have had the tougher fixtures out of them and Liverpool. Playing Man United away, Liverpool away, Newcastle away in your opening 7 games, it's very, very tough. I look at their next 12 games, and I'll be honest with you, I think as it stands, this is where we will also see what Arsenal are made of, because a lot of their games aren't actually tough on paper, but this is normally where Arsenal struggle. Last year, dropping points against West Ham, dropping points against Brighton, dropping points against Fulham. Their next 8 games, I think Liverpool's are harder. The fact they've got to play City and Real Madrid. So Arsenal have got to play. They've got a very comfortable fixture in the League Cup. They play Manchester City in the Premier League, which I think they will win. Port Vale, which I think they make abundance of changes to win. Newcastle United will be tough for them. But after that, they then play Olympiacos at home, West Ham at home, Fulham away. And then in the Champions League, they play Atletico Madrid, but it's at home. It's not like you're going away to them. Then they play Crystal Palace, Burnley, Slavia Prague, and Sunderland. Then of course, it gets very tough in November. Up until the 22nd of November, Arsenal should be winning practically all of those games. If you want to win a Premier League title, if you want to go and push yourself to the farthest point you can in the Champions League and go on and win it, this is when you find out what you're made of. Everything last year, when Liverpool went on a long run, when they beat Leipzig, when they beat City, when they beat Real Madrid, when they beat all of these teams, was about, but Liverpool haven't played anyone. Let's see what Liverpool can do. When they got through that tough period, which is what Arsenal probably are going to go through in the next 2 months, right? You're going to see what they're made of. Then when you get into November, they play Bayern Munich, Chelsea, Spurs, Villa, Club Brugge, and Brentford. There's a lot of teams right now that aren't firing all cylinders, and one of those is Chelsea. Right now, Chelsea, for whatever reason it is, are leaking a lot of goals. And I said at the beginning of, to concede 5 goals in the last 2 games against Brentford and Bayern, to beat Fulham, which wasn't a massively deserved win. They've now got Brighton, Liverpool, Forest, Man United, Benfica, Liverpool, and Ajax coming up. You're going to see in the next 2 months what all of these top sides are made of. And I personally think if Arsenal keep their defence as solid as it is, and Liverpool keep their attack still scoring goals as it is, this Premier League title race goes down to the very, very, very final game. And it really is Arsenal's defence meets Liverpool's firepower. And that is what will decide the Premier League title race. Make sure you go down and drop a like on the video. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button. And I will see you next time. I'm out.